Children, it is a continuation of the chapter Magnetic Effect of Electric Current. We already discussed about the induction of current and also about the electromagnetic induction. Electromagnetic induction. So, what are the different ways to induce current in a coil? Mainly, there are two different methods of inducing current in a coil. One is by moving a magnet towards or away from the coil, or vice versa, a current can be induced in a coil. And the second method is changing current in the neighboring coil. Changing current in the neighboring coil, a current can be induced in a coil. Now, let us discuss about the electric generator or dynamo. Electric generator or dynamo. What is this electric generator or dynamo? Electric generator or dynamo is a device which converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. You know that in motor, electrical energy is converted into mechanical energy. And in a dynamo, the mechanical energy is converted into electrical energy. It is a reverse process, and it is a method of inducing the electric current, that is nothing but the production of electric current. Then what is the principle used in the electric generator or dynamo? You know that electric generator or dynamo works on the principle of electromagnetic induction. Electromagnetic induction. When a closed coil is rotated in a uniform magnetic field with its axis perpendicular to the magnetic field lines passing through the coil change and an induced EMF, and hence current is set up in it. Here what is the principle? Electric generator works on the principle of electromagnetic induction. When a closed coil is rotated in a uniform magnetic field with its axis perpendicular to the magnetic field lines passing through the coil change and an induced EMF, and hence a current is set up in it. Here what happens? The coil rotates in the magnetic field, and magnetic field linking with the coil changes. That is, the coil which rotates in a uniform magnetic field, and it rotates with the axis perpendicular to the magnetic field, and the magnetic field lines passing through the coil change and induces EMF in the coil, that is nothing but electric current in a circuit. Based on the phenomenon of electromagnetic induction, the experiments studied previously generate induced current which is usually very small. In the previous experiments what we have studied, the current is induced in the small amount. This same principle is also employed to produce large current for use in homes and industry. Same principle is used to produce the current in large amount for homes and industry. In an electric generator, we know that mechanical energy is used to rotate a conductor in a magnetic field to produce electricity. How will you produce the electricity? In the electric generator, mechanical energy is converted into electrical energy. Mechanical energy is used to rotate conductor in a magnetic field to produce electricity. Here, you know that the rotation of coil is a mechanical energy, and this rotation is in the magnetic field. This rotation is in the magnetic field, and the mechanical energy is converted into electrical energy. You might heard the word AC and DC. What is AC? AC is the short form of alternating current, and DC is the short form of direct current. Here alternating current is abbreviated as AC and direct current is abbreviated as DC. And what is alternating current? An alternating current is that current whose magnitude changes continuously with time and whose direction reverses after equal intervals of time. What is an alternating current? An alternating current is that current whose magnitude changes continuously with time and whose direction reverses after equal intervals of time. Then what is DC? DC is direct current. What is direct current? A direct current is that current which flows with constant magnitude in the same direction. The current which flows with constant magnitude in the same direction. And dry cell, button cell, lead accumulators, all these are the sources of direct current. And the generators of nuclear power plants, thermal power plant, hydroelectric power stations, all these are AC. They are the AC generators. Now let us discuss about the construction and working of AC generators. Mainly there are two types of generators, AC generators and DC generator. And what is AC generator? The generator, the dynamo in which the alternating current is produced is the AC dynamo, and the dynamo which produces direct current is the DC dynamo. Now let us discuss about the construction and working of AC dynamo. Children, draw the figure of AC generator. Here is a figure of AC generator, and let us discuss about its construction and working. And it consists of a rectangular armature coil ABCD. See the coil here. It is a rectangular armature coil, and it consists of large number of turns of insulated copper wire wound on a soft iron cylindrical core, and it is in between the magnetic field of the field magnet. It can be rotated about an axis perpendicular to the magnetic field of the field magnet. Here is a north and south poles of the field magnet, and here is a strong magnetic field, and the axis rotates about an axis perpendicular to the magnetic field of the field magnet. And also you observe here the slip rings R1 and R2. See here, R1 and R2 are the slip rings. These are two brass rings, and you can denote it as R1 and R2. Children, observe here R1 and R2. These are the two rings. See the shape here, they are the rings, and the ends of the coil are connected to these two rings R1 and R2. Here the end A is connected to, see here, end A is connected to this R1, and end D is connected to R2 with the carbon brushes B1 and B2. Here B1 is a brush which is with the R1, and B2 is a brush with the R2. Here B1 and B2 are the two graphite rods which are called the brushes. They are kept pressed against the slip rings R1 and R2. Here B1 is pressed against the R1, and B2 is pressed against the R2. See here, this is R1 and it is pressed against the B1 is pressed against the R1 and B2 is pressed against the R2. Here these two are the brushes. They are the graphite rods which are called the brushes. Through these brushes, the current induced in the armature coil is sent to the external circuit. Here there is a external circuit and galvanometer is connected in the external circuit to show the production of the electric current. It shows the induced current by showing the deflection. The two conducting stationary brushes B1 and B2 are kept pressed separately on the rings R1 and R2. Here R1 is in connection with the B1 and R2 is in connection with the B2. The two rings R1 and R2 are internally attached to an axle. Observe here, it is an axle. The rings R1 and R2 are externally attached to the axle. The axle may be mechanically rotated from outside to rotate the coil inside the magnetic field. Here, the axle may be mechanically rotated from outside to rotate the coil inside the magnetic field. If the axle rotates, the coil which is connected to it rotates. So, rotation can be made through the axle. And to rotate the axle, we have to use some external energy. You know that we are using different external energy to rotate the axle. That is, in different generating stations, we are using different sources of energy. To rotate this axle, we are using different sources of energy. And as the axle rotates, the rectangular coil ABCD also rotates about its axis perpendicular to the magnetic field. And outer ends of the two brushes are connected to the galvanometer. Here, see, the outer ends of the brushes are connected to the galvanometer. Galvanometer shows the flow of current in the given external circuit. When the axle is made to rotate by using some external source of energy, the axle attached to the two rings is rotated such that the arm AB moves up. Here, the rectangular coil which is attached to the axle rotates and the arm AB moves up and the arm CD moves down. Initially, the armature coil ABCD was in the horizontal position. Now, the coil rotates clockwise and the coil cuts the magnetic lines of force. And you observe that the arm AB moves upward and the arm CD moves downward. According to Fleming's right-hand rule, the induced current flows from A to B in the arm AB. See the direction here. And C to D in the arm CD. A to B in arm AB and C to D in arm CD. That is, the induced current flows along ABCD. The direction ABCD. The induced current flows in the circuit through brush B to B1 after half rotation of the armature. The arm CD moves upward and AB moves downward. The induced current flows in the circuit through brush B2 to B1 and you can observe the deflection in the galvanometer. After half rotation of the armature, the arm CD, here in the different direction you can see in the first, here rotation AB comes upward and CD moves downward, and next half rotation. After the half rotation of the armature, the arm CD moves upward. Arm CD moves upward and the AB moves downward. Then the induced current now flow in the reverse direction, that is along DCBA. DCBA, the current flows from B1 to B2. Current flows from B1 to B2. Then also the galvanometer shows the deflection but in the opposite direction. Thus the direction of current in the external circuit changes after every half rotation. Such a current which changes its direction after equal intervals of time is called alternating current. Alternating current. And so it is an AC generator. Here what happens? Initially the coil was in horizontal position, and as the axle rotates by using the external source of energy, the coil is rotated clockwise. Coil is rotated clockwise. The coil cuts the magnetic lines of force. The arm AB moves upward while the arm CD moves downwards. And you know that the current flows from A to B in the arm AB and C to D in arm CD according to Fleming's right hand rule, and the induced current flows in the direction ABCD. And also you can observe that the induced current flows in the circuit through brush B2 to B1. After half rotation, what happens? After the half rotation of the armature, the CD moves upward. CD moves upward and AB moves downward, and the induced current now flows in the direction, that is in the reverse direction, DCBA. The current flows from B1 to B2. Thus the direction of current in the external circuit changes after every half rotation. Now what is the construction and working of DC generator? What is DC generator? A device which converts mechanical energy into electrical energy of direct form. Here you know that in the AC dynamo the current flows in one half cycle A to B, B to C, C to D, and in the other half cycle D to C, C to B and B to A. That is, in the first half the current flows from A, B, C, D direction, A to B, B to C, C to D, and in the second half the current flows from D to C, C to B, B to A. But in direct current, the current always flows in one direction. How it will be? Let us discuss. And the principle and construction of DC generator are similar to that of AC generator, except that a DC generator has split rings commutator instead of slip rings. The principle and construction of DC generator are similar to that of AC generator, except that a DC generator has split rings commutator instead of slip rings. DC generator are having split rings. DC generator consists of two semi-cylindrical brass rings. P and Q rigidly attached to the two ends of the armature. As the armature coil rotates, the two split rings also rotate about the same axis of rotation. Observe the construction of DC generator. Here ABCD is a rectangular coil and The ends of the coil is connected to the split rings P and Q, and the split rings are attached to the brushes B1 and B2, and that is connected to the B1 and B2 are connected to the load. Now let us discuss about the working of the DC motor. Suppose the plane of the coil is horizontal. The split ring P touches the brush B1 and the split ring Q touches B2. Q touches B2. When the coil ABCD is rotated clockwise, magnetic field lines passing through it changes. Arm AB moves upward and arm CD moves downward. According to Fleming's right hand rule, the induced current in the armature coil flows in the direction ABCD. In the external circuit, current flows from B2 to B1. Current flows from B2 to B1. As the coil crosses its vertical position, the split rings P1 comes in contact with B2. Suddenly, the connection changes. When the coil crosses its vertical position, then the connection of the split rings with the brushes changes. P comes into contact with B2 and Q comes in contact with B1. Split ring P comes in contact with B2 and Q comes in contact with B1. As the coil crosses its vertical position, the split ring P comes in contact with B2 and Q comes in contact with B1. The arm AB now moves downward and arm CD moves upward. Arm AB moves downward and arm CD moves upward. The induced current in the armature flows along DCBA. But in the external circuit, still the current flows from B2 to B1. Here the direction of the current will not change. But in the case of alternating current, what happens? The direction of the current in the external circuit changes from B1 to B2 in the second case. But here in the first case it is from B2 to B1. In the second case also it is from B2 to B1. Even though the electric current in the coil passes from D to C, C to B and B to A, that is in the direction DCBA. But in the external circuit, the current flows in the same direction, that is as it is, that is from B2 to B1. Hence a unidirectional current flows in the external circuit, that is because of the split rings. Here the connection of the split ring changes and the direction of the current will not change in the external circuit. External circuit, the current flows in the same direction. Observe the differences between AC generator and DC generator. In AC generator, there are two different rings which are called slip rings, and in DC generator, two halves of same rings, means they are called the split rings. And in the case of DC generator, the contact of brush with the split ring changes. First, P will be in connection with B1, Q will be in connection with B2, and in the second half, Q comes into contact with B1 and P comes into contact with B2. In the working of AC generator, the connection of the slip ring and brush will not change, and the flow of the current changes in the external circuit for every half rotation. But in the DC generator, the current flows always in the same direction due to the change of connection of the brush and the split rings. If you compare the alternating current with the direct current, alternating current considered to be advantageous over direct current for long range transmission of electric energy. Only alternating voltage can be stepped up or stepped down by using transformer. This makes AC more suitable than DC for transmission of electric power over long distances without much loss of energy. And also, the generation of AC is more economical than DC. The alternating voltage can be easily stepped up or stepped down by using transformer, and the alternating current can be transmitted to distant places without any significant line loss. Transformer does not work on DC. Power loss in long distance transmission is high in the case of DC. Children, now you write two different ways of inducing current in a coil. Two different ways of inducing a current in a coil are moving a magnet towards or away from the coil or vice versa, and changing current in the neighboring coil. Current can be induced in a coil by, first one, moving a magnet towards or away from the coil or vice versa. Second, changing current in the neighboring coil. You know that in both the cases, magnetic field linking the coil changes and current will be induced in the coil. And two types of currents. What are the two types of current? One is the alternating current, abbreviated as AC, and direct current, abbreviated as DC. AC and DC are the two types of current. Then what is alternating current? An alternating current is that current whose magnitude changes continuously with time and whose direction reverses after equal intervals of time. What is AC? An alternating current is a current whose magnitude changes continuously with time and whose direction reverses after equal intervals of time. Then what is direct current? A direct current is that current which flows with constant magnitude in the same direction. What is DC? DC is a current which flows with constant magnitude in the same direction. Then what is dynamo or electric generator? What is electric generator or dynamo? An electric generator or dynamo is a device which converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. Device which converts mechanical energy into electrical energy is called electric generator or dynamo. Which are the two types of generators? Two types of dynamos, AC generator and DC generator, or AC dynamo, DC dynamo. Then what is AC generator or AC dynamo? AC generator is a device which converts mechanical energy and generates alternating current. It is a generator of the alternating current. In this, mechanical energy is converted into a current. Which current? What type of current? Alternating current. Next, DC generator. What is DC generator? It is a device which converts mechanical energy into electrical energy of direct form. First one is in the alternating form and the second DC is in the direct form. DC generator is a device which converts mechanical energy into electrical energy of direct form. The in-text questions are: first one, state the principle of an electric generator. Then what is the principle of electric generator? An electric generator works on the principle of electromagnetic induction. When a closed coil is rotated in a uniform magnetic field with its axis perpendicular to the direction of the field, the magnetic field lines passing through the coil change and an induced potential difference, and hence a current is set up in it. That is the principle. And the second question. What is the second question? Name some sources of direct current. Source of DC. Some of the sources of direct current are dry cells, button cells, lead accumulators, etc. Third question, which sources produce alternating current? Alternating current is produced by AC generators of nuclear power plants, thermal power plants, hydroelectric power plants, etc. In all the power stations, the alternating current is produced. The fourth one is choose the correct options. A rectangular coil of copper wire is rotated in a magnetic field. The direction of the induced current changes once in each. Here, a rectangular coil of copper wires is rotated in a magnetic field. The direction of the induced current changes once in each. What is the answer here? Once in. The answer is C. Once in half revolution. Once in half revolution is the answer. That is the C. Children, write the answer for the question, which are in-text questions. First one, state the principle of an electric generator. Answer you write. An electric generator works on the principle of electromagnetic induction. When a closed coil is rotated in a uniform magnetic field with its axis perpendicular to the direction of the field, the magnetic field lines passing through the coil change and an induced potential difference, and hence a current is set up in it. Then the answer for the second question, name some sources of direct current. Some sources of direct current are dry cells, button cells, lead accumulators, etc. Which sources produce alternating current? That is the third question. Which sources produce alternating current? Answer, you write. Alternating current is produced by a AC generators of nuclear power plants, thermal power plants, and hydroelectric power plants. Nuclear power plants, thermal power plants, and hydroelectric power plants. You write also, etc. Children also read the differences between AC and DC. Differences between alternating current and direct current. So you write in one column alternating current and in the other column you write direct current. The first difference. In alternating current, both magnitude and direction of current change periodically with time. In alternating current, both magnitude and direction of current change periodically with time. In direct current, current flows with a constant magnitude in the same direction. current flows with a constant magnitude in the same direction. Second one, AC can be easily stepped up or stepped down. Voltage can be increased or decreased easily by using the transformer. And direct current cannot be stepped up or stepped down easily because transformer does not work with DC. Transformer does not work with DC. But by using the transformer, you can step up or step down the AC easily. Next, third one, power loss in long distance transmission is low. In the case of alternating current, power loss in long distance transmission is low. But in the case of direct current, power loss in long distance transmission is high, as you cannot step up or step down. So there is a power loss. These are the some differences between AC and DC. One more difference you can take. Alternating current is not having fixed positive and negative end, but this direct current is having fixed positive and negative end.